There has been a lot of criticism about The Last Jedi, and there are many videos that quite rightly have shown you what the major flaws are, especially with the story and the characters. I would like to pitch a brief synopsis of what The Last Jedi could have been. I'm sure if they did the story, whilst a lot of people may or may not agree with me on it, that's fine. But I believe that The Last Jedi could have been a very good Star Wars movie. I think, honestly, there's not going to be any Star Wars movie that can come close to Empire Strikes Back, even if the best filmmakers in the world. Although I could be wrong, but Rian Johnson is never going to be able to do that. That's for sure. So without further ado, let's get started on The Last Jedi synopsis. Last Jedi synopsis. The story begins as Luke is handed the lightsaber, and for a moment, in deep thought, Luke asks Rey to come with him, as there is a long journey ahead. Luke begins to see certain visions with Rey in them. Cut to Crate, where the Resistance is mounted defense on their base. Leia knows that they need support from their allies, so she mounts a daring mission along with Poe, Finn and Rose to find their lost allies, whilst the others mount a tense defense, a defense of the base, while the First Order is attacking them. However, it doesn't go quite according to plan, and Leia's main ship is blasted to smithereens by Kylo Ren, because Kylo Ren has sensed her presence. Poe, Finn and Rose are able to escape and able to meet up, going to hyperspace, finding the various allies. Yet, within the Resistance, you see Admiral Akbar. He says that there must be a traitor amongst the ranks, because they know certain information that they shouldn't have done. It's like the location of their base, per se. Anyway, cut back to Luke and Rey. Luke has decided to start training Rey, saying that he had to wait for the will of the Force, and that there's many mysteries to the Force that he's been trying to learn, and that he wasn't a very good master to Kylo, because he didn't see the dark side rising in him before it was too late. When he realized that, and realized that Snoke was the one manipulating him, Luke and Snoke had a massive battle, of which Luke believed he had killed Snoke. It turned out that Snoke was still very much alive. Anywho, Snoke tells Kylo to fight that along with the Knights of Ren, that they found the location of Luke, and that the Knights of Ren are go off to attack, go off to capture Rey. The Knights of Ren fight Luke in a massive epic battle where Luke completely decimates the Knights of Ren. Yet Kylo Ren absolutely dominates Rey in battle because Rey is still lacking in training. But Luke and Kylo successfully is able to capture Rey and bring her before Snoke. Luke, though not being able to track Kylo, heads to finds the location of the Resistance to hopefully be able to get some help in finding Rey. As through a Force vision, he knows that she is the key to saving the galaxy. Kylo brings Rey before Snoke, and Snoke outright is ashamed, is disgusted with Kylo for not being able to kill Luke, and saying that he is weak and he is pathetic. Kylo is feeling more and more betrayed and feeling more and more conflicted, especially as he has just killed his mother. However, Snoke says that he is an unworthy apprentice and says he has no worth in the Order anymore, and tempts Rey with knowledge about her family, saying that he knows that they are dead and that he can bring them back, and they can tell, and he can give her the answers she needs. Rey is somewhat tempted by this offer, but she cannot escape, and she is trying to resist. Kylo though is in a desperate position because he's now been rejected by Snoke and knows that he's not powerful enough to face Snoke. He seeks out Luke Skywalker. Therefore, Kylo finds Luke alongside the ever-growing Resistance, where led by Lando Calrissian and Admiral Akbar, there are ships throughout the galaxy teaming up, showing that they are about to mount a huge war against the Resistance, saying that they're going to take the war to the unknown regions. Kylo faces Luke in a battle, whereas Luke battles him, and Kylo is is defeated, but Kylo yields, saying that Rey is his sister. He knows that Rey is now his sister. He sensed it through the Force. Luke appears to confirm that, saying that after the after his Jedi apprentices turned on him, he was and they found out about Rey, that he was afraid for Rey's life, and so that Rey was hidden on Jakku. It also turns out that Snoke is indeed Plagueis, but they'll leave that to the next movie. But the film ends where Luke saying to Kylo that we can reform the Jedi and bring balance to the Force for good, although he realises he cannot trust Luke. Also, the sleeper agent turns out to be Finn, as in Finn had been programmed by the First Order to betray them, but Finn had no idea about it. So Finn is put in to prison as such, so until they know what to do with him. And then the scene ends where you see Snoke standing alongside Rey, saying, "I'm going to train you in ways that you do not know." That's the end of the film. Obviously not perfect, but still, I think there are some interesting ideas in this. Just tell me what you think. I'm sure there are diehard Star Wars fans that can go into a lot more detail and tell me a lot more than I should know. But I just thought this would be, if I saw a film that was like that, that was quite, I would say that is very good, and it would be a very interesting, fun film. Anyway, thank you. Subscribe and like my video or whatever. Thank you.